Hello, second grade. I hope you enjoyed learning about tornadoes today. We're going to learn a little bit more about how to use nonfiction texts to learn today. So we're going to jump right into going back to our book about tornadoes. So when we're reading nonfiction books, there are often words that we don't know because nonfiction books are teaching books. So unless you're an expert about what the book is about, there might be some words you don't know. So I want to talk about a couple of things that you can do when you come upon a word that you don't know. For example, tornadoes begin inside storm clouds called cumulonimbus clouds. I don't really know what a cumulonimbus cloud is. So there are a couple of things I can do. Number one, I can use my context clues for the words around it. Tornadoes begin inside storm clouds called cumulonimbus clouds, which are made up of warm, moist air. So I'm putting together with my context cues that cumulonimbus clouds have something to do with tornadoes. Because it says here, tornadoes begin inside cumulonimbus clouds. I can also tell that they're made up of warm, moist air because I'm using my context clues. The second thing I can do is I can click the word if I'm on Epic, and it will pop up with the definition and show me how to pronounce it. If you're reading a book that doesn't have this, or you can click on the word and it pops up with the definition, you can always go to dictionary.com and look up the definition. Another feature of a nonfiction book that can help me solve my problem of not knowing what a word is there are always super helpful images like this one. So I can see right here that it's clearly labeled that this is a cumulonimbus cloud. Okay, second grade. So for your work today, there are a couple of words in this book that are on Class Kick that I want you to go there, and I want you to use your context clues from the book and look them up on dictionary.com and write the definition. If you would like, you can also add some pictures below the chart. Okay, second grade, we're going to talk about pictographs again today. The first step of making any graph is collecting your data. So today the data we collected was, what is your favorite season? 3 people chose summer, 4 people chose winter, 7 people chose spring, and 10 people chose fall. So there is our data. Step number 2 is making a title. So I'm going to go up to the top and write favorite seasons. Very good. Step number 3 is writing our key. So the key will tell us how much each picture is worth. So I'm just going to write the word key, and then my picture for this graph is going to be a sun, because that's pretty easy to draw, and everyone knows that a sun means weather. And then I'm going to write equals 1. So for every sun I draw, that's 1 boat. Now I'm going to make my labels. So we have summer, spring, fall, winter. Okay, so we said that 3 people voted for summer. So I'm going to draw 3 suns. And 7 people voted for spring. Second grade, it's really important when you're making a pictograph that all of your pictures are about the same size. Because if I drew 3 really big and tall suns, it would look like summer and spring got the same amount of votes, when clearly spring had more, because spring had 7 and summer only had 3. For fall, 10 people chose fall. So I'm going to give you an example of what I was talking about. So more people chose fall than spring, but if I were to write 1, If I wrote 10 small ones, it looks like spring got more votes than fall, which it didn't. So we want our graph, our suns, to be right about the same size. So a good way to do that is kind of look at this column and line them up while you're drawing. So now I can see that fall has more votes than spring. And for winter, 4 people chose winter. Okay, awesome. So pictographs are really awesome because you can just look at it and kind of tell without doing very much reading. But when we jump into it, we can ask the same questions that we ask with a bar graph. So for example, how many more people like fall than like spring? So if I know that 7 people like spring, oh, yes, I know that 10 people like fall and 7 people like spring. I know that fall got 3 more votes. How many people's favorite season is summer? 3. Very good, second grade. Okay, second grade. So for today, you have a pictograph again in your class kick, and I want you to go ahead and do that and have a great day. Bye.